Hey everyone, welcome back to AK Expenses Tracker. Just before a quick note before we start the session, make sure that to join the AK Academy Discord channel or Discord server. So basically here, it's called AK Expenses Tracker for now, but it's going to be translated into AK Academy. So we have a lot of open conversations, technical questions, suggestions, discussions, and stuff like that. And we are planning to do some cool stuff on this. So don't forget to hit the link in the description box to join us. And yeah, before now, let's go back to our project. So in the last session, we have created the API responses and we have used them over here to retrieve the data. So right now, the last thing that we want to do is to get started creating the DTOs related for that wallet and start implementing the functionalities of create, update. And right now we have list, so we are good. Right now, for just before we start creating the DTOs, we have a little error that I have done, and thanks so much everyone for mentioning about it, that in the API responses, I have created the record of type enumerable, which is not right, because the record that will come back within the wrapper of that response is not going to always be collection. It could be just one entity, and it could be collection. So basically, this is the responsibility of T to define what is that exactly. So I'm going to remove this at the first thing, and great. And then I'll be going over here and define that on this place, just like that, and this. And right now we are good. So we can define it on the level over here. So for the demo purposes, we were retrieving the models as they are, which is not right. The models should stay on the server and the client should just receive what it wants only and nothing else. For that, we are going to create a DTO. So I will use the add new file extension instead of creating a new file. You can find also the link in the description box, and we'll call it Wallet DTO.cs. So this is our DTO. One more thing I want to do is that actually the enum we are using over here, the wallet type, it should be in the shared. So because you are going to use this on the client. So what I'll be doing is add reference to the shared project and then take this file. Okay, for now I'll keep it. I will create a new folder. Let me create the folder. Okay, here we go. So right now I have the folder, and let's take this one through it here and change the namespace accordingly by saying .shared.enums. Very good. So let's save that and let's go to the global usings of this one and add reference to the shared.enums, and let's add reference to the shared. Only enums. Okay, good. So if we go back to the wallet, it should stay fine. That's correct. It's still good. So that's fine. Now let's create our wallet DTO. So basically, what is the DTO? DTO is a class or an object that only being used to transfer data, like from the client to the server or between the layers of your application. And this one contains only the data that you want to use. Our wallet over here has some data that's like type name, which is to store the name of the type in the Cosmos DB. It has the creation date, the modification date, and the user ID, for example. All of this stuff is not actually needed for us. So sometimes it's going to be very similar, sometimes there's going to be big differences, but for our case, we just want to create what we want. For the wallets, we are going to have two different DTOs. Wallet DTO contains all the details of the wallet that we need, and we will have wallet summary DTO, public class wallet summary DTO. Summary is like in the application, when the user opens the app, he's going to see a list of his wallets. In the list of his wallets, he's just going to see, let me open the whiteboard. So when the user opens the app, he's going only to see the list of wallets, and the list is going to be like an icon the name, and the balance, for example. Name and balance. Correct? And when you click open, it will going to open the other page, which will actually contain all the details of the wallet. So in the list all wallets, we just need to list the wallet with its 4 different properties, or 5 different properties. So let's go ahead and start creating the wallet summary first. So we will have ID, of course. We need the wallet type. Wallet type. Don't need, let's call it just type, like that. We need the decimal. Balance. And we need string. We have name, I think, for it. Now let's take a look at the wallet, see what we have. IBAN, account type, user ID, not needed, not needed, not needed. Maybe we need the currency to show it on top. So let's add the currency over here. And I think for the wallet summary, this is enough. We don't need more. So let's take this to its own file. So move type to wallet summary DTO. Nice. And for the wallet DTO itself, we are going to need much more data than that. So we will have string ID. I basically can put those side to side and start we need the majority of the properties actually. So I will take them until over here. And then I'll be doing it, just cleaning it up. So don't need this. This as well. This one like that. It's null. We don't need those at all. We don't need the user ID because it's the current logged in user. Balance, currency, username, and creation date. So this is what we need. Very good. So right now we have those 2 different DTOs. So let's click on great. We have created those 2 letters DTO that we have. And right now we're going to modify this function to basically use them. So to achieve that, I will open up first GitKraken, and let's say create the wallets DTOs. And then, yeah, just like that, commit. And right now, over here, we can go to the Azure function, open the list wallets. So in this function, here we have to change this wallet to wallet summary DTO. Like that. And here we need to make the translation from wallets to wallet summaries DTO. So I'm going to do that saying result equals wallets dot select. So select, you are going to iterate over each wallet and translate it to this one. Oh, look at that. I have GitHub Copilot enabled, and it's actually just amazing. Like, it suggests a lot of nice things for you. Not always works the way you expect it to work, but still not very bad. So here we just have creation. Oh, I misspelled balance. Balance. No, I didn't. It is good. So why? It does contain a definition for balance. Balance equals w dot balance, and we have type equals w dot type. Cool. Dot value, because this is not null. Okay, what it says, wallet type, the models. Oh, sorry, we forgot to remove this wallet type because we just want to use the one from the shared. So right now we have two, and this one should be good right now. Here we go. So we need one wallet type. That's great. So now let's return only the result to the client instead of returning the wallets that they are. You're going to notice how clean it is right now. So let's hit run this, run Postman. So here I'm in the Postman. If I open list user wallets, it's the same functionality that we had before, but we have this running. So let's call the list wallets and see what we're going to get. Come on. Still retrieving the wallets. Okay, here we go. Maybe our Azure Cosmos DB was idle a little bit. And look at that. So we have this. Yeah, we have this is the type. So the type is of kind enum. So it's number 4. So let's see what did that actually do. Let's open up our database. Open the Azure Cosmos DB. Open Data Explorer. Go to Explorer. Expand this. We'll go to wallets, items. Let's run a new query. And let's just execute it as it is. And we have the type name. We have the other type PayPal. And that's actually not correct because we have some missing data. The type is not right. So let's go back to figure out why the type is not right. I'm going to this functionality by hitting Ctrl F12. This. So I go over here and let me put a breakpoint on that one here. Then after doing that, let's hit send. Let's check what the type says. So resource type other, type name is null. Okay, that's fine. Why the type name is null? And it's called type. Okay, so let's go to the wallet object. Yeah, we have the correct name. That's not very cool actually, because we have the correct type name. It's not getting mapped correctly. Type, it is of type bank, get and set, and this type is, if we put a breakpoint in here, click continue, and I will make the call one more time. So the type comes always as 4. Okay, let's stop the app, open the wallet. I'm going to change this type. Maybe the type is like this keyword is. So I'll call it wallet type. Let's update it also in the database. So we'll go over here, open the items, open this one, call this one wallet type. And let's run the project one more time. Type name null. It's still coming as null for some reason. Okay, so that's lovely. Let me see why this wallet type name is not getting null. So if we check here, we have wallet type. Okay, if you open this, we have wallet type as well. So all the properties gets populated. Expect the wallet type. It had the correct name, and so let me rename it to wallet type just to see if this name is actually affecting. Okay, so it worked. It worked right now when I called this wallet type, the property name. What does that mean? That it's actually ignoring all this stuff over here. It's ignoring those properties and it's not using them to deserialize. So that's fine. Let me bring this back to type. I think I knew what is the issue, and then let's pass this. Go back to this one and we'll call it, bring it back to type. Let's hit update. And sorry, wallet type. Okay. So what's happening is, I think the Azure Cosmos DB SDK, if I expand this and expand this one, I think it's, yeah, it's using Newtonsoft.json and it's not using the Microsoft System.text.json. So this property is renaming the JSON property, but using the System.text.json, while Azure Cosmos DB SDK, as you can see, it's using Newtonsoft.json, which means this property is invalid because you have to use JSON property from Newtonsoft and not the JSON property name from system.text.json to rename it, because here we call it wallet type and that's called. So what I'll be doing is I will call it type as it's called in the file, and instead of using this, I will use Newtonsoft.json. So all of this was wasting time. Let's click Ctrl H for replace, and JSON property name, replace it with JSON property. This is how you rename your property in JSON using system.text.json for the JSON.NET library, and this is how you rename it using you use this property that's called JSON attribute in Newtonsoft.json. So by clicking this, here we go. So right now we switch to Newtonsoft. That's not a good thing, because why not? They are not using their own library for serializing and deserializing. So that's not very good, but it's okay. We figured that out. So let's hit send and see what you're going to get. Type 0 is bank, type 1 is PayPal. And here we go. This is what happened. We got type 1, type 3. Let me see. Type 1. Oh, PayPal at 3. So that's correct. So we got the right response right now. It's very clean. The client can use it very straightforward. Just go ahead and show your data exactly as you want. And that's amazing. So we have created the DTO. We have cleaned up the project just a little bit, and we have created we have resolved an issue. Actually, we have resolved it live. So I hope you enjoyed it. The next session we are going to implement the get wallet by ID, like get single wallet by its ID. So we're going to get all the details, not only like the small one that we need. So thank you so much everyone for watching, and see you in the next one.